Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys my Pokemon Sun and Moon team tag video here right now. If you guys are hyped for this video, show your love with that like button down below, and definitely make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. There's been a lot of other YouTubers going around doing these team tag videos, and I was tagged by the Lord Emvee himself, and I know I did do a Sun and Moon team a few months ago, but a lot has changed. We got a lot of new Pokemon, and my team has changed a little bit since my initial video, and there might be some shockers in here. Now, I am relatively spoiler-free in this video. I tried to pick my team based on the Pokemon that we know, and I didn't really go for the spoiler Pokemon, so you're pretty free here, guys. There shouldn't be any spoilers, so you should be good to go. So let's talk about our team here. For me, I know I'm going to be doing a number of different playthroughs through Pokemon Sun and Moon, and one of those playthroughs is likely to be a bug-only playthrough. Now, I'm not going to tell you when that's happening or what's going on with that, because it's kind of still a secret, but I am probably going to do some bug-only playthroughs, so I decided to go against some of the bug types that I otherwise would want to have on here, like Wimpod's evolution and Cutiefly and Ribombee and a couple other Pokemon that have been kind of leaked but maybe not officially revealed yet. So there are some bug Pokemon that I would love to use, but I decided to kind of build my team this way without keeping those in mind, because I figured, you know what, I'm probably going to do a bug-only playthrough, or I'm definitely going to do a bug-only playthrough, so I don't want to use them all now on this playthrough, so you'll kind of see what my squad is going to be and why I'm picking them. So let's kick things off here. First Pokemon I'm grabbing is definitely Rowlet, which is going to evolve into Decidueye, and this is, of course, the Chinese leak that was finally confirmed just a few days back, and it is Grass and Ghost typing, so it eliminates that Flying typing, goes full Ghost, which makes this thing absolutely awesome. I'm really excited about Decidueye and the Archer Owl. I think this Pokemon's really cool, and I've been Team Rowlet since the beginning. As soon as I saw Rowlet, I thought it was super cool, but I totally understand how they could have taken a number of different turns with its design, but I'm really glad how it ended up kind of turning out here for Sun and Moon. I love this Archer Owl Decidueye. I think it looks absolutely sick. I'm just so hyped for this Pokemon, and I'm definitely going to have it as a staple of my team. Historically, in Pokemon games, I tend to have a bad habit of ditching my starter. Most of the starters I don't really like too much. I mean, I do like a lot of the earlier ones from the previous gens, but the last couple generations, I haven't really liked the starters too much, so I tend to kind of get rid of them and just use other Pokemon in the playthrough, which most people don't do. But I can tell you for Sun and Moon, I am definitely going to be rocking Decidueye. I think this thing is going to be awesome, and having a Ghost type early in the game, well, maybe not early in the game, but having a Ghost type added to my team was really nice. The only downside is it kind of eliminates my options in terms of if I want to have team diversity, I kind of have to kind of overlook cool Pokemon like maybe Mimikyu and stuff like that. But either way, I do like Decidueye, and I love the fact that it's Grass and Ghost. I think that's going to be pretty sweet. Our next Pokemon we're going to be rocking is definitely no surprise to anyone. You guys know I am Team Vikavolt all the way, man. My character behind me, I have a Vikavolt shirt on, so I'm just saying, I love Vikavolt. I'm so excited to use it. I hope it has some just insane competitive viability, but I'm sure in-game it's going to be awesome either way. Electric and Bug together, really cool. Levitate makes it only have just a few weaknesses like rock and fire. So very minimalized there. It eliminates its flying weakness, it eliminates its ground weakness, and it's got a really cool typing that Levitate could come in handy, especially. And I have a feeling this thing is going to be really fast and really strong from the special side of things. I think it's going to be a very good special attacker. So I'm excited about Vikavolt, man. I love its design. This is definitely my favorite of the Sun and Moon Pokemon so far, is the Grubbin family. I've been on the Grubbin train since day one, man. I've been so hyped about Grubbin and Charjabug and Vikavolt. We've got our Charjabus on our live streams, and there's no doubt as soon as I get an opportunity to catch a Grubbin and evolve it to Vikavolt, that's going to be one of my #1 Pokemon. This is probably going to be the first Pokemon I train up competitively as well and breed for a competitive Pokemon, because I am going to be getting to breed again for Sun and Moon and do everything legit. No hacking, no genning, none of those shenanigans, at least until the league matches start. So I'm going to be doing everything legit, so this is definitely going to be one of the first Pokemon I breed, if not the first, and I am so hyped for Grubbin and Vikavolt, man. I think this thing looks absolutely phenomenal, and it's going to be such a cool addition to the team. And like I said, as soon as I get an opportunity to catch this thing in-game, I will be snagging it, no doubt, man. Electric and Bug type, not too shabby. The next Pokemon, man, I am going to be playing Moon first, I believe. That is the plan, is to play Moon first. I did a poll on Twitter, guys, and you guys, it was like 50-50 with like 3,000 votes about Sun versus Moon, which I thought that was nuts, the fact that it was that close. So it seems like people are really split. So let me know in the comment section below, are you Team Sun or you Team Moon? And don't forget to let me know what your 6 Pokemon are going to be. I mentioned meant to mention that earlier, but I didn't. But Lycanroc here, man, I love the midnight form of Lycanroc. Now, I understand the daytime form does look pretty sweet, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's got a priority rock type move. That could be pretty baller, but I am really, really feeling the midnight form. I just love that evil vibe going on there. Its eyes, he just looks like he wants to like just maul you, just rip you to pieces, man. And from a competitive standpoint, that could really, really be cool. And I feel like in the past, most of the time, I've really lacked having a rock type in my team, but I think Lycanroc is really gonna fill that void, and it's gonna be a very, very powerful Pokemon. I have a feeling this thing is gonna be very, very strong, especially from a physical perspective. I would guess it has a little bit of bulk too, and maybe decent speed, probably like base 80 or 90 speed. I don't think it's gonna be too fast, but I have a feeling it's gonna be very, very strong. Maybe even stronger than the daytime form. Maybe this thing will be like the stronger version and the other one will be the faster version. I'm not sure, but this thing is looking like it is gonna hit incredibly hard, man. I'm very excited to have Lycanroc on the squad. The next Pokemon might catch you by surprise, and I want to kind of lead into this one because I haven't been the biggest fan of this Pokemon initially. Like, this was not a Pokemon that stood out to me, but after looking at it more and thinking about it, I was like, you know what, I think I do want to add Turtonator to the squad, man. I feel like Turtonator is a really, really interesting looking Pokemon. First of all, I love turtles, man. When I was a little kid, turtles were like my favorite animal, man. I never had a pet turtle though, fun fact, because I learned that they have so much bacteria on their shells that I never want to actually get one because I realized as a young child that that might not have been the best idea ever. But I always loved turtles, man. I always wanted the pet turtle, and Turtonator might just be that pet turtle that I've always longed for. Blastoise tried to fill that void, but Turtonator's looking pretty baller status with a dragon and fire typing. I think that's only been seen once before with Reshiram, and I think just Reshiram. So that could be really cool, really good typing actually. And I think in-game, even though it doesn't seem, and this is a kind of minor spoiler, even though as of this point it does not seem that it evolves or anything like that, I still think it's kind of cool, and it gives me this Druddigon kind of vibe. And you know what? It doesn't have to be that great. It's a dragon type, so I'd imagine it's going to be pretty decent, and it seems like it's going to have a lot of bulk. You know, and I'm trying to balance out the team between offense with what I'm assuming is Decidueye and Vikavolt being offensive, Lycanroc being kind of offensive. Turtonator's looking to be pretty bulky if I had to guess, and I think fire and dragon typing really, really makes it cool. It makes it so you have a neutrality to water. You're going to resist fire types, which would otherwise hurt both Decidueye and Vikavolt, so a couple resistances there. Obviously a weakness to rocks, which is definitely a bit of a bummer, but I think we can work with it and kind of make it work. So I'm really excited about Turtonator. I'm curious to see how good this Pokemon is going to be. You know, all we know is it has shell armor. We know it's got some really cool moves like Shell Trap, which is an exclusive move to Turtonator. So very curious to see how this Pokemon ends up functioning in the game and whether it's actually that good. But I actually have grown to like its design a lot, and I think it's going to be one of those Pokemon that could be a lot of fun to use. The next Pokemon we're going to be rocking, our fifth Pokemon, is going to be Alolan Sandslash, man. I love this design, dude. I just love it. Sandslash is not a Pokemon that I care a whole lot about, if I'm just being totally honest. Regular Sandslash, never been the biggest fan. But I gotta say, man, Alolan Sandslash is just beautiful, man. Ice and Steel type, dude. Ice and Steel type, never before seen type. I understand it's got some weaknesses. It's got that big fighting weakness, but we got Decidueye, so we're okay. I've got some resistance. Vikavolt's gonna resist that as well. So even though it does have some glaring weaknesses, I think it's gonna fit with this little team here. And this is supposed to be an in-game team, so it shouldn't be that much of a stress anyway. But Ice and Steel type is really, really cool. It's got Snow Cloak, which makes it pretty sweet. Sorry, talking a lot. Definitely need some water. So this thing is gonna be awesome, man, and I'm hoping that this thing is really, really bulky. I think having that steel typing, I would not be surprised if this thing's defense stat is just through the roof, man. Really high offensive stat, physical attack, really high defensive stat, maybe a decent HP, kind of low special defense, low special attack, and I'd imagine it's gonna be pretty slow, but it may get like a Snow Rush ability as a hidden ability, and that could make it really, really cool. It weighs 121 pounds, it's only 3'11", so this thing is bulky, man, but I'm excited for Sandslash, dude. As soon as I get an opportunity to catch this thing, I'm all about it, man. I love the Alolan forms, man. I think that was such a great idea, and Alolan Sandslash is definitely at the top of my list in terms of the coolest Alolan forms. But we got one more Pokemon to finalize our team of 6, and it is another Alolan Pokemon. It's Alolan Exeggutor, baby. And I know I have 2 dragons, and I know I have 2 grass types, but Alolan Exeggutor is just looking too beautiful, man. I love it. I love it. I love all the internet memes about it. I think it's hilarious. If you were in my stream the other day, I was an Alolan Exeggutor head. I was middle head. Shoutouts to Steve and Joe and Eugene down below. I love it, man. Alolan Exeggutor, definitely got to get this thing, man. I got to get one of these on my team. It's a Dragon Palm Tree, baby. That is super duper cool. Like, if you're not adding Alolan Exeggutor to your team, I think you need to consider how you're gonna play through Sun and Moon, man, because this thing is just awesome looking, man. I wanna have its head just whacked down and just bop things. And if you're thinking about it, if you were in the real Pokemon world, how cool would it be to have an Executor to climb up on top of and just walk around, have the Executor walk around, you're just chilling on the top of its palm tree, soaking up the Alolan sun, man. That's what I'm all about. Executor is gonna be amazing, dude. I'm so excited for this Pokemon, and I definitely have to add it onto my squad for Sun and Moon. And there is our squad, guys. We've got our Alolan Executor, we've got our Decidueye, which is gonna be Grass and Ghost. We've got our Bug and Electric, Vikavolt, Rock-type Lycanroc, Steel and Ice Sandslash, and then Dragon and Fire Turtonator. So we got duplicate Grass and Dragon types, but those are really, really good types, so I'm not too stressed about it. And I know on my last team video, there was quite a bit of imbalance, so I had a big weakness to Fire, but I've kind of patched that up, because really, I have still a little bit of a weakness to Fire, but it's not as bad, you know what I mean? Like, I guess Turtonator can handle that, because 4 times resistance to Fire, so that'll help out with the Fire problems, and so will Lycanroc. So a little bit of weakness there, but it's the Alola region, so you know, in the harsh sun, we should be able to handle it pretty well. So I gotta tag 3 people, man. We gotta pass the baton. I gotta pull a extreme Evo boost, baton pass out that stat boost to 3 other awesome YouTubers. So I need you guys to hound them, hit them up on Twitter, show them this video, and tell them aDrive wants you to do the Alolan Sun and Moon team tag video. I did it with Lord Emvee. You guys are next. Crimson Seabed in the Crimson City. I want to see Munching Orange, the Munching Peaches. Hit him up. And Jay, Young Thug Gamer, Swiggity Swag, what's in the bag? I don't know, Jay, tell me what 6 Pokemon you're rocking for Sun and Moon. Hit those guys up for me. Let me know in the comment section below what 6 Pokemon you're rocking. Hit that like button if you're feeling it. Oh my goodness, only 2.5 weeks till Sun and Moon, guys. I cannot contain my excitement. I'm so hyped. That's it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I'll also go by aDrive, and I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.